Today we're gonna talk about what they did to me at work. Gersonzero here, and welcome to another episode of Eating with Zero. I want to talk about a couple of things that has been on my mind recently. They have given me the most severe punishment at work. It's no one else's fault but my own. I've called out a lot, as I told you in the past couple of episodes, and I have a paper here that tells me exactly how much I called out. Like, it's insane. Like, at first, when they were scrolling through all of the call-outs via the computer, it kind of reminded me of a credit scene for a movie or a game that you just finished, where the text is just scrolling up. It looked insane. So, as you can see here, and maybe you can't, I've called out quite a bit. 32 times to be exact. This is not counting the times that were excused, such as me calling out was sick or personal. I want to talk to you about what they did to me in the office and what they told me. They gave me a couple of options, and it made me think about what I wanted to do with my life. But ultimately, the decision was very predictable. I'm eating some salad here because, you know, I didn't want to eat like mashed potatoes or rice or anything like that. So, went back to work momentarily. There was a period of time where I was at work for like a week. And after that week, I started to call out again, as you guys remember from my previous video. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what they're gonna do to me now, because they told me that day I came back that they were gonna write me up. During the day of them attempting to write me up, I started calling out again. I just did not want to go in, and I had some personal issues that I'll get into sometime in the future. Not right now. I went back to work officially. The moment I went to work, my supervisor was like, he said, yo, we tried calling you on your new number, and you didn't pick up. I was like, yeah, man, I got some problems, bro. I got some issues. He was like, we're gonna have to take it to HR. This is a very serious matter. I don't even know if you're an employee anymore. I was like this. Oh, snap. Started taking calls. HR wasn't in at 6 a.m. because I worked from 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So it was like a Monday. Actually, I went back to work on a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday that I went back. So 9:30 hit. HR was in the office and they said, sign off. I said, oh snap, here we go. They signed me off. They asked me what happened. I hit them with the Omega story. They weren't ready, bro. They weren't ready for what I'm going through. They weren't prepared. They were like, oh! You ever saw Dragon Ball Z? Do you remember when they used to go like this? I don't remember the name of the move they used to do. They used to go like this. Like a flash, and they'll get blinded. Oh, like that. That's what it would look like in the manager's office. I went like this. Ah! And they were, ah! They flew back. They weren't ready. They weren't ready. And they were like this. We'll get back to you. It's gonna snow tomorrow. Are you gonna come in? I said, yeah, I'm gonna come in. And they were like, well, if you don't come in, what are you gonna do? We're gonna have to terminate you if you don't come in. I went, no, if I decide that I'm not gonna come in, I'll resign. They were like, you'll resign? I said, yeah, I'll resign. It snowed, I went in, took some calls, it was kind of dead. They pulled me into the office immediately. I was like, whoa, this was quick. My manager, she's the director now. I've had her for years. Real cool person. She was like, Gerson, we've made the decision to keep you. I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, do you see this list of call-outs? It's a lot of call-outs, bro. 32. 32. I was like, really? They were like, yeah, we decided to keep you. You don't have a history of this. You're a great employee. You're really nice to customers. I said, what the hell? We decided to keep you. But considering the scenario, we're gonna leave the choice whether you stay or not up to you. We don't usually extend this to employees. So if you want, the door's right there. You can resign. And I'm like, I've thought of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then there's a guy, I guess he's like the supervisor of HR. I don't know what he is, right? I know his name is Eric. Eric was like, yeah, this is a very unique situation. We've never dealt with an employee with these situations before. Here's the deal. You resign right now. We will put you as rehireable. Say in 6 months you want to come back to the company. And we're in good terms. And this is the part that killed me. I was like, what the hell? I had to look it up, bro. And whatever you tell the Department of Labor, when it comes to applying for unemployment, we'll pick up the phone and say it happened. And you got unemployment. And we'll be on good terms. In the future, if you want to come back, you can do so. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you can get unemployment for quitting? Whoa. We're saying whatever you tell the Department of Labor. And I'm like, these dudes are telling me to lie and say I got fired? Well, what if I stay? And they said, well, you're going to be on a final written warning. You're walking on eggshells. Mr. Mercado, it's my last name. And they're like, you know, your performance is great, but if it drops to the point where it's lower than everyone else, then we're gonna have to terminate you. And it won't be on good terms. We won't put you as rehireable. And if you apply for unemployment, we're gonna have to contest it. And the woman, Ms. Director, she was like this. Yeah, fortunately, at this point, if you choose to stay with us, it's not gonna end well if something happens bad. And I'm like, oh snap, it's like that? I'm like, okay, so if I stay and I get a corporate complaint and it's valid, you're terminated. And we will contest the unemployment. This company is looking into making more purchases. Expand the company. You don't want to apply for a job in the future and find out that we own it and we sever ties with you and we don't want to hire you again. And I was like, well, I think I'm gonna stay and I'll battle my situation as best as I can, and worst case scenario, if I see that I can't do it, then I'll simply resign. They said, yeah, you don't have to resign right now. If you see a week, 2 weeks, a month from now, you just can't do it, just simply send us an email before you call out. I'm like, okay, so we're done? Yeah, we're done, Mr. Mercado. You can go ahead and keep taking calls. I said, okay. Got back on the phone, started taking calls, hated my life once more. I'm joking around when it comes to how I reacted to everything, but I was at my desk and I started to think. I was like, I could quit right now, get unemployment for about 6 months, have money, bank, and pay the rent for a year, and move on with my life. Get something that may end up just making me happier, right? Something that I can wake up to every morning and not want to throw myself out the window. Then I started thinking about a couple of comments that were left in my previous video about how it's not wise to jump from employed to unemployed without having some sort of plan and without having at least a job lined up, right? And I'm like, damn man, I can't simply put my family in financial risk. I don't got no freaking $30,000-$40,000 in the bank account, bro. So I told my wife, look, I think I'm just gonna suck it up, stop being a punk bitch, and just work. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wake up every morning at 5 o'clock, get dressed, get in the car, try to get as much sleep as I can, right? Go to bed at 8:30. So if I go to sleep at 8:30, then I may not want to commit suicide. So I'm like, okay, I'll start going to bed early. I won't play on the weekday. I'll just try to keep YouTube to a minimum. I won't edit as much. I'll just try to take a step back and try to take care of my mental state, my mental health. You know, because I can't provide you guys with content if I'm just going to go insane. Or I'm not going to lie to you guys. So I'm like, okay. Let me see how this goes. I'm on week 2, I want to say. Nearly a month of me working. About 3 weeks. And, again, I'm not going to lie to you. I wake up, and I think about calling out. I'm like, do I want to call out? Do I really, really, really want to call out and get terminated? And I'm just there, you know, just thinking about when I'm 40, when I'm 50. More specifically, when my son is 20 or 30. Do I want to be the old man that can't help him when he needs something? Because my father, I'll tell you this right now, always there, man. This man is a beast. I don't know how he does it. If I'm in financial trouble, he'll simply go into his pocket and give me money. And I'm like, damn, you know, I can't do that. If someone were to ask me right now, yo, man, I need $200, please. I honestly can't help that person. Even if I wanted to, I can't help them. I really can't. My father, this dude slaps me in the face with $200. He's like, just take it. Just do some compra. Just buy some food for the baby. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. Do I want to be that? Or do I want to be the guy that I am right now where I can't freaking help no one, bro? And I've decided to just go to work and just suck it up. And I'm at work and I'm just like, oh man, this sucks. And my supervisor comes up to me from time to time and he asks me if I'm okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. He's like, yeah, man, it's good to have you back, man. And I'm just like, damn, man, this is crazy. It's funny how I went from wanting to quit or just simply get fired, right? To now just kind of being a little bit more appreciative of my job. What freaking company would allow a man to call off for 32 days? What company would do that? You know, I see my son watching his Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I see my wife checking her phone, going online and stuff. And I'm like, you know, if I was unemployed, they won't be able to do any of that. It's crazy, right? So I don't know what I'm going to do. Again, I'm just wandering aimlessly in the great sea of what to do for yourself. The sea that I just don't see a destination. I don't see an island nearby. I just don't know what to do. Alright, I'm just there. I'm simply fishing. I guess that's the best way to put it, right? I need to eat, right? That's what I'm basically doing. Wandering aimlessly at sea while just getting fish. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna try to take care of myself before anything else. And try to appreciate things. Because I felt like I've just been taking things for granted. You know, there's people out there that simply can't find a good paying job. There's some people out there that have been unemployed for nearly a year and wish that they were in my shoes. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should be striving for more. But while I look for that, I'm just going to be a little bit more smart financially. A little bit more... I don't know. I simply don't know. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. Have you ever been in a situation where you kind of took things for granted? Where you wake up in the morning and you have a pretty decent life, but your need or your desire for wanting something better has kind of made you not appreciate what you got? You know, like, has that ever happened to you? Because I feel like this isn't the first time it happened to me. Guys, what did you eat today for dinner? Later, guys.